It's Toby.
Oh, let me get my sound right. Welcome back to the N.y.a show. As I pop in at the beginning of the week, what is it, Monday? We are coming off of a great weekend that I had here for myself. On this weekend, it was my nephew's birthday, so I ended up taking him on the town, getting a couple things done for him. Got a little fresh, a little cookie, got him fresh too. All that good stuff. That had to put a little eye back in the air. Yeah, man. Got him a little ice, put it in, and then get in the pool. Damn Pearson. Wasted. So hopefully I can go take him back and get that switched out and they put old back in my boy ear. But it was definitely a great weekend. Let me see. Let me see where's my setup here. All right, as always, Spirit Arrested, a short film. It is available on YouTube. W3 filmed it. Be sure to subscribe to this. It's a new project that my wife is a part of. Please check it out, as well as How Mother is Bound to Life in the Pursuit of Dreams. The interview with actually Breyonna M. Thomas by Ajay, Tambe. Please be sure that you do those things as well. As well as support the last couple of shows. Let me go back to the YouTube and go say, your videos. Please be sure that you check out Eddie Murphy Says No Funeral. That's my last N.y.a show, as well as Meet in Cairo about Sudan war and about it coming to an end and what were the results of that. And I'll continue to follow that story, as well as, of course, check back in to see what's going on with Haiti too. So please be sure that you guys check out those two stories as I do come to you guys on the heels of an attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump just this past weekend. I'm coming to you on the heels of that. As I'm doing this show right now, the Republican National Convention is happening right now as I speak now. So I'm doing all of this stuff all in one moment. But I saw this interview, a clip of it going around probably around 6 o'clock today, and I said, let me go ahead and watch the whole interview. What is it? An interview 360 with Speedy. This is on Complex YouTube channel. I will not be playing any of this because I did my Drake versus Kendrick video. I had like one clip from Complex. I think I played it for a second. In that video, I couldn't go out with the sound out. So I'm hoping that even just showing that image, they do not try to take my video down. But I'm not playing none of the video. You want to go check it out on your own. Probably put up some clips and hear exactly what happened throughout this video. But I'm going to give you what happened and what he said, just so you don't have to. This was an interview with Speedy, a Mormon for Complex, and it was an interview with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is making his rounds. What you got to do, you cannot sit up near your thing in the campaign trail, city to city, and not sitting down with the movers and shakers of this generation. He should be on streams. I mean, this is a new generation of campaigning, and we will not see that. Maybe not even with Donald Trump in this round of promo, but I guarantee you, by the time we get to maybe like two more presidents out in this country, there's going to be a more of a press. We got to get to where the youth are, and the youth are online. They're watching these different shows. They're on YouTube. They're on TikTok. So I just wanted to start there. Let me go down my list of things that I wrote out about this interview. So like I said, so that you can hear what Joe Biden said as you get ready for the real, his attempted reelection coming up in November. Everybody get a chance to vote. So with all of this stuff coming out, let's at least kind of see where he stands on certain things. Just like I would break down if Donald Trump sat down and really did a new interview. Let's hear what they actually plan to do for the country and what they say that they've done already. That's important too. And I must put a disclaimer out there. I know that Speedy did not have enough time to fact check everything that Joe Biden said. I know that would have been impossible. He said at the beginning, and I only got you for a hot second. So I'm going to run through this list of things that I wrote down about this interview. That I took down notes about this interview, and then I'll go ahead and lead this for you guys' thoughts, and then come back to me down in the comments, share, like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thoughts on what Joe Biden had to say during his interview with Speedy. Now, age. He was asked about age out the gate. He said, I am 1,000% staying in the race. I got to finish the job. He misspoke. He spoke about Barack Obama asking him to be his vice president in 2020. I have seen some comments down on YouTube that were just saying he misspoke, kind of like how your old grandpa would, and that's not. We know that grandpa, that ain't what grandpa said. Grandpa forgets stuff sometimes, like these are older folks. But he misspoke about 2020. We know it was years prior to when him and Barack Obama were working together. He probably meant Vice President Kamala Harris. That's probably what he meant. Cutting food prices. He talked about that's what they've done during the administration, and how even Speedy noted that Target and Walgreens said that they plan to cut prices. Joe Biden said we have the strongest economy in the world. So let's say so yeah, from the 60s up to today, we had the strongest economy in the world, according to Google. But 100%, it may not be 100% true. But right now we're going with the United States, so we can fact check him and say that was correct. Said he watched his father work, split level home, not having anything left at the end of the month. Said it was 4 kids and a grandpa living with us. So he's saying that I come from humble beginnings. He said he forgave debt for 5 million people. The court tried to stop me, and I found a way to do it. I think that we should take that into consideration when we talk about like reparations and things for the African American community and different things that he could have done. Even if he didn't want to do reparations, he just said he found a way to forgive debt for 5 million Americans. So that shows that he really had something he wanted to do, and he felt like it was going to be great for his campaign. So there are other things that he could have done as well. Because when Donald Trump gets in there, if he wins, he's going to show you what he can do with some power. Like he said, the courts tried to stop me, and I'm going to get around it. We want to see how that plays way around. So find another way around it and get to some of the other things that were on your list of things that you want to do when you got elected. Let's see, I got more young people to start businesses because I provide the money for them to start the businesses. He said that. And I thought about PPP. The PPP loans came out during Joe Biden, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of people did get the PPP loans, where they did what they're supposed to do with them, or they didn't. But you had money. You had money to do something with it. Just if you went and bought the bags and the clothes and the shoes and the drinks and the lobsters and the crab legs and all that. But there was money out there, and everybody had that opportunity. They still gonna try to get some people, but for a lot of people and the big time people, this PPP did a lot for them and did some for us, way less for us. And even then, we couldn't exactly invest and do what we need to do with the amount of funds, the 10,000, whatever you ended up getting out of the PPP. So that was one thing that was on there. A job opportunity and wages. Said those two things. I got started in politics because of the African American community. I got involved in the movement, elected at 29, and because I was modest. Years that I was running, the years that I went, I still had 90% of the black vote. That's what he said. He said, as the people voting for 100% voting for Trump, he said, what have they done? What has he done for young people of America? Education. So he wants to eliminate the Department of Education. What has he done when he was president? Tell me. That was the exact words of Joe Biden. I felt like I said, he wasn't super duper prepared, but Speedy could have been able to mouth off maybe at least 3 things that Donald Trump did, because he was a president for 4 years. So he did do something. He said, what has he done when he was president? So he's supposed to at least know something. Speedy should have mentioned a few things. There we go. Support for Israel. They say on April 26th, billion was approved to be sent. Not 100% sure if that's been sent yet. Then he got into the conversation. I hope my video isn't running too long. Got into the conversation of what's going on in Israel more. That's how much money. He said, I just asked questions. I don't answer when asked if he knew what a Zionist was. That's what Speedy said. I didn't think that was a good response. You sent with the president, and he's saying that Ajay, do you know? I just said, I don't understand. I get it, but nah. So a Zionist, a supporter of Zionism, a person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation in what is now Israel. What is now Israel? Leaving those things out there for what is now Israel, a person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation in what now Israel. That's what he said he was. I'm the guy who did more for the Palestinian community than anybody. I opened up the assets. I got the Egyptians to open the borders to let goods through, medicine, food. Another thing that he couldn't 100% fact check in that moment, but that was him throughout this interview. He seemed like, unless they were cutting this, that he was alert enough to, when they got to talk about some war and some shooting and some guns and some killing, Oh, he was right on point. Oh, I did that. Like you say, I was able to get that. Well, he said, I'm the guy who's able to pull together the Arab states to help agree to help Palestinians with food and shelter. I've been very supportive of Palestinians, but Hamas is a bunch of thugs. That's what Joe Biden said. Said he saw children and mothers being tied up and burned to death. Nothing's happened like that since the Holocaust. That's what he said. And that is not 100%. That's not 100% true statement of Joe Biden. A true say because there are atrocities going on all across the world right now. Like I said, children are dying everywhere across the world. Burn, R words, all that stuff is happening in other parts of the world, but nobody really seems to care in other regions other than ones that we are truly 100% invested in. So let's not act like these are the worst things that you could have seen because you could have went to another continent that would do business with and they would show you things that were just as bad. Got a call from the Saudis that they want to be full, that they want to fully recognize Israel in return if the U.S. will give them the guarantee of giving them weapons if they're attacked by neighboring Arabs. And they're going to, in the United States, Joe Biden said they will put a nuclear facility there that the U.S. military will control so they can move away from fossil fuels. These were his words. So anyway, they say fully recognize Israel and fully recognize something that means they usually get an embassy back. They open up the borders in a way to something that was already cut off or not even recognized as being a thing. They didn't get them any of the proper dues because they didn't recognize them as a state. Why are these nations not doing good? This is when Joe Biden said, why are other nations not doing good? And he named like India, for example. He said because of xenophobia. He said, yeah, there's xenophobia here in America, but not on me, not my policy. Those were his words. Not on me, not my policy. When he talks about xenophobia here in the United States, but he says other places in the world aren't doing, the other nations not doing that good because that's what they practice. We that exists here, but my policies do not put that into action. He couldn't name a single positive thing that he said what happened if Trump was elected. He said that Trump wants to be a dictator for day one, said he will not accept the outcome of the next election, and said that he loses to be a bloodbath. Those were some of the things that Joe Biden mouthed off when he talked about why he didn't see anything good about Donald Trump presidency again. They asked him about his net worth, which was 10 million. He said that is not correct and says that he was really not paid that much when he was a senator. The most that he ended up getting after maybe started off making 40,000 something a year and moved all the $40,000 back in like the seven, early on. That's when he was making 40,000 all the way up to over $100,000 by the time that, of course, he wasn't in Congress anymore. So he still got money from other outlets, but they did not have enough time to really, like I say, indulge in that whole, he tried to do the whole, I'm humble. I don't do a lot of that. Humble beginnings, that's what he is. But I know somebody worth $10 million, you have amassed a good amount of wealth throughout your life, my guy. So I want to know a little bit more details about that. But overall, let me see. He said that the programs that he brought in have saved the government money in the long run, like the cutting of medicine prices. Talked about how he didn't make a lot as a senator. So you guys be sure to look into the story that I did, and let me see, hold up. And the full interview is here on Complex. Please be sure to watch it. Everything that I was just talking about is there in the video. I watched the video. Great though. There were a lot of missing questions. There were a couple of things that I personally would have had on there. But in the spirit of asking everything that is in the president needs to be asked category for right now, and on like a real calm, cool, collected setting, it ain't too much going on, and all these different people voices. It's just him and somebody else, and saying it was him speeding and 2 glasses of water, and he was able to get a conversation done. So let me know what y'all thoughts on this. Or you don't have to tell me who you're planning to vote for, but this video is just to cover us in as we move forward towards the elections here in the United States in November. This is more of my covering of that. It's the N.y.a show. Be sure to drop your comments, anything else that you got below, and continue to support the N.y.a show. And I'll see y'all on the next one.